So real quick, if you've ever written something like this, where inside of the process, we're checking every single frame, whether something happened or not. Now, this works, but it's actually one of the main things that slowly kills your game's performance. And in this video, we're going to go ahead and delete all of this and replace it with signals, which is probably the most important concept in all of Godot. And near the end, I'll also show you a super common signal mistake that makes your code run twice without getting any errors. So do stick around for the last bit. Now, the reason this is a problem, every single frame, 60 times a second, we're asking, did the health change, even when nothing's happening? So you can imagine we're taking up a lot of process power for no good reason. With one label, that's fine. But once you have enemies and UI and lots of other pickups doing all this, that's where random lag comes in. So instead, what we want is for the health to just tell us when it changes. And that's essentially all a signal is. If we select a node, let's say our area 2D on the top right, inside of the node tab, we can see all the signals it comes with. A signal is essentially the node announcing that something happened. So the area announces a body just entered inside of this, and any node that's connected to it will listen and react. So instead of us checking for things constantly, these nodes are essentially talking to each other now. And the easiest way of connecting a signal right here in the editor, we just double click the one that we want, and in our case, body entered, hit connect, and Godot goes ahead and creates this function for us inside of here. Now inside of here, we'll just reduce the health by 10. And now if we go ahead and hit play, you'll see that every time I enter this area, my health here is reduced by 10. Super simple, and we didn't write a single line of connection code. But one thing to keep in mind with the editor connections, if you rename or move things around later, they can quickly break. So let me also show you the way I actually recommend, which is connecting through code. All we have to do is access the node that we want, so area 2D. Then the signal.body entered, and then connect. And inside of that, we pass the function we want it to call. That's the whole thing, one line. And it won't break when you recognize or reorganize your scene. Also, real quick, if you've seen older tutorials doing connect with the signal name in quotes, that's Godot 3, and it's actually going to error out in Godot 4. So make sure you're using the newer syntax. Now, this is the cool part about signals, because we can also create our own signals. All we do is write signal health change, and we can even add a variable to it, new health. So now, whenever we lose health, we just go ahead and say health changed dot emit current health. And here's where it gets good. If we click on the node where we just made this signal, on the top right, we can now see our signal sitting right there with the built-in ones. So we can double click it, connect it straight to our label, and inside of here, all we need to do is self.text to the new health. And now if we go ahead and hit play, every time I enter, my health goes down and the UI updates itself. And notice there's no process. There's no checking everywhere. The health just announces that it changed, and the label listen. That's the entire reason signals exist. Now before you go, the mistake I mentioned at the start, and pretty much everyone runs into this, if you connect the same signal twice, which usually happens when you connect inside of the ready on something that gets re-added like a respawning enemy, your function is now going to run twice. So one hit suddenly deals double damage, or sounds can play twice. And Godot gives you no error at all, it just happened. The fix is super simple. Either check is connected before connecting, or pass one shot. That one check will save you a lot of debugging. But yeah, that's pretty much all we're going to be covering in signals. Now, one thing we didn't cover is what happens when you need a signal, let's say 50 enemies at once, because making 50 connections would be painful. That's what groups are for. And that's exactly what the next video is going to be going to be on. If you guys have any requests for what I should explain next, let me know down in the comments down below. I also have a couple courses that go over topics like this on my website, codingquest.io. And go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.